Welcome, Sigma sisters. In a world where control is often sought, Sigma females stand apart, navigating life with an independence that defies influence. What makes these women so resistant to the forces that shape others? Today, we'll explore the traits that allow them to carve out their own path, free from societal pressures and immune to manipulation. Join us as we uncover the unique qualities that set Sigma females apart, redefining what it means to live on your own terms. And don't forget to subscribe to the Sigma Sisterhood channel to stay connected with our community of empowered individuals. Let's dive in and discover why these exceptional women are truly in control of their own destinies. 1. Their silence is their power. Sigma females are masters of quiet strength, embodying the phrase, "Actions speak louder than words." While the world around them is often consumed with noise, endless chatter, constant social media updates, and the pressure to vocalize every thought, Sigma females choose a different path. They understand that silence can be more powerful than speech, a tool that can both protect and empower. Unlike those who feel compelled to explain, justify, or defend themselves, Sigma females embrace silence as a form of self-discipline and strategy. This doesn't mean they lack opinions or emotions. On the contrary, their inner world is rich and complex. But they recognize that words can be manipulated, misinterpreted, or used against them. So, instead of laying all their cards on the table, they keep some things to themselves. This reserved approach creates an aura of mystery that can be both intriguing and intimidating to others. People are often drawn to what they can't easily understand or predict, and Sigma females know this well. By not revealing their thoughts or intentions, they maintain a level of unpredictability that keeps others on their toes. This unpredictability is a form of power. When others can't anticipate your next move, they can't control you. Moreover, this silence acts as a shield, guarding Sigma females against unwanted influence. In social situations where people might attempt to pry, provoke, or manipulate, Sigma females remain calm and composed, refusing to give away more than they intend. Their silence is not a sign of submission or insecurity, but a deliberate choice to stay in control of their own narrative. In a society that often values loudness and extroversion, Sigma females challenge the norm by demonstrating that true power doesn't always need to announce itself. Their quiet confidence allows them to navigate life on their own terms, free from the need for validation or approval. While others might rush to fill the silence with words, Sigma females use that space to think, strategize, and move with intention. Ultimately, their silence is a form of self-mastery, allowing them to remain true to themselves while keeping others at bay. It's this mastery that makes them so difficult to control, as they operate on a level of self-awareness and discipline that few can match. 2. They don't fall for the silent treatment. The silent treatment is a common tactic used to manipulate or control others, but for Sigma females it's as ineffective as trying to put out a fire with a single drop of water. Where others might feel unsettled or insecure when faced with cold shoulders or passive-aggressive behavior, Sigma females remain unfazed. They see through this behavior for what it truly is, a weak attempt to exert control. Sigma females value clear and honest communication. They prefer directness over games, which means that when someone tries to use silence as a weapon, it simply doesn't work on them. Instead of feeling hurt, confused, or compelled to break the silence, Sigma females are likely to shrug it off and continue with their day, focused on their own goals and priorities. This resilience comes from their strong sense of self-worth and independence. Sigma females don't need constant validation or attention from others to feel secure in who they are. They're perfectly content in their own company and don't rely on external sources of approval to maintain their self-esteem. This makes them immune to the silent treatment, as they don't need the other person to break the silence to feel okay. In fact, Sigma females might even find the silent treatment somewhat amusing. They see it as a childish and ineffective way to communicate, and they have little patience for it. Rather than playing along, they simply move on, investing their energy in more productive and meaningful pursuits. This reaction often leaves the other person frustrated, as their attempt to control or manipulate has no impact. By refusing to engage with the silent treatment, Sigma females maintain their autonomy and emotional equilibrium. They don't allow others to dictate their emotions or behavior, and they certainly don't waste time trying to figure out what's wrong when someone gives them the cold shoulder. In their view, if someone has an issue, it's that person's responsibility to communicate it directly. Otherwise, it's not worth their time. In a world where emotional games are often used to gain power over others, Sigma females stand out for their refusal to participate. Their commitment to honesty, independence, and self-respect makes them resilient against these tactics, reinforcing their reputation as women who cannot be easily controlled. 3. They won't give up their freedom. Freedom is the cornerstone of a Sigma female's existence. To her, it's not just a preference, but an absolute necessity, a treasure that she guards fiercely. While others might be willing to make compromises in their relationships or careers, Sigma females see their autonomy as non-negotiable. It's the very foundation of who they are. For a Sigma female, the idea of giving up her personal freedom is akin to trading a precious gem for a handful of sand. She thrives on the ability to make her own decisions, set her own priorities, and live life on her own terms. This doesn't mean she's unwilling to collaborate or engage with others, but it does mean that any relationship, whether personal or professional, must respect her independence. Attempts to control a Sigma female by restricting her freedom are doomed to fail. She has a sharp instinct for recognizing when someone is trying to box her in or limit her choices, and she responds with a firm resistance. Rather than conforming to someone else's demands, a Sigma female will double down on her commitment to her own path, even if it means walking away from a situation that doesn't align with her values. This fierce protection of her freedom is rooted in her self-awareness. Sigma females know that their strength comes from their ability to act independently, and that any attempt to curb that autonomy will only stifle their growth and happiness. They are like free-range eagles, soaring high above constraints, always ready to take flight if someone tries to clip their wings. The Sigma female's refusal to give up her freedom can sometimes be misunderstood as stubbornness or difficulty. However, it's not about being difficult for the sake of it. It's about preserving the essence of who she is. Her autonomy is what allows her to thrive, innovate, and live authentically. Without it, she would lose the very qualities that make her unique. Ultimately, a Sigma female's freedom is what enables her to remain self-sufficient and true to herself. She knows that any relationship or situation that demands she compromise her autonomy isn't worth her time or energy. By prioritizing her freedom above all else, she ensures that she remains in control of her own destiny, unencumbered by the expectations or limitations of others. 4. They see through the game. In the intricate dance of social dynamics, Sigma females are the ones who can see every move before it's made. They possess an exceptional ability to understand the underlying motivations and hidden agendas of those around them. While others might be caught up in the surface-level play of charm, flattery, or guilt, Sigma females are already several steps ahead, dissecting the true intentions behind every action. This keen insight into human behavior makes Sigma females nearly impossible to manipulate. They recognize when someone is trying to influence them, whether through subtle persuasion or overt pressure. It's like playing chess with a grandmaster. No matter what move you make, they've already anticipated it and have a counter-strategy ready. Sigma females are not swayed by the usual tricks that might work on others. Compliments and flattery, for example, are often seen for what they are: attempts to win favor or manipulate. Instead of being charmed, a Sigma female will take a step back, analyze the situation, and respond in a way that keeps her in control. She is not easily impressed by superficial gestures because she values substance over appearance. Similarly, guilt trips or emotional blackmail are tactics that fall flat with Sigma females. They have a strong sense of self and are not easily swayed by the emotional appeals that might make others waver. If someone tries to pressure them into making a decision by playing on their emotions, they will see right through the act and remain resolute in their choices. This ability to see through the game gives Sigma females a distinct advantage in social interactions. It allows them to navigate complex situations with clarity and confidence, always aware of what's really going on beneath the surface. While others might get tangled in the web of social maneuvering, Sigma females glide through with a clear understanding of their own goals and how to achieve them. Ultimately, this insight into human nature is a powerful tool that Sigma females use to maintain their autonomy. By staying ahead of the game, they ensure that they are never caught off guard or coerced into something that doesn't align with their values. It's this sharp analytical mind that makes them so difficult to control and allows them to live life on their own terms. 5. Their path is unique. Sigma females are the lone wolves of the world, charting a course that is entirely their own. They are not interested in following the well-trodden paths that society has laid out for them. Instead, they blaze their own trails, creating a life that is uniquely tailored to their desires, values, and ambitions. This strong sense of individuality is what makes Sigma females almost immune to the social pressures that can so easily influence others. They are not concerned with fitting in, keeping up with trends, or meeting societal expectations. For them, the idea of conforming to someone else's idea of success or happiness is not just unappealing, it's unimaginable. Sigma females thrive on their uniqueness, embracing the fact that they don't fit neatly into the molds that society often tries to impose. They are perfectly comfortable being outliers, preferring to stand apart from the crowd rather than blend in. This sense of self-assuredness allows them to pursue their own goals without being swayed by the opinions or expectations of others. When someone tries to control a Sigma female by pushing her to conform, they are met with firm resistance. Sigma females know that their strength lies in their ability to live authentically, and they will not sacrifice that authenticity for the sake of fitting in. To them, following someone else's script is a betrayal of who they are, and they will always choose their own path over one that is dictated by others. This commitment to individuality is also what makes Sigma females so resilient. They are not easily deterred by obstacles or setbacks because they are driven by their own inner compass, not by external validation. They are willing to take risks, make unconventional choices, and forge their own way, even if it means going against the grain. In essence, trying to control a Sigma female is like trying to herd a cat. It's simply not going to happen. She will always prioritize her own freedom and authenticity over the expectations or demands of others. Her unique path is her greatest asset, allowing her to navigate life with confidence, purpose, and a deep sense of fulfillment. 6. Fearless individualism. Sigma females are unapologetically themselves, embracing their individuality with a fearlessness that sets them apart from the crowd. In a world where many people are driven by the need for approval, Sigma females stand tall, unafraid to be different, and perfectly comfortable in their own skin. This fearless individualism is what makes Sigma females so resistant to control. They are not swayed by the opinions or judgments of others because they have a strong sense of who they are and what they want out of life. They don't feel the need to conform to social norms or follow the crowd to gain acceptance or avoid conflict. While others might hesitate to break away from the group for fear of losing social status or relationships, Sigma females have no such reservations. They are willing to march to the beat of their own drum, even if it means standing alone. Their self-confidence allows them to stay true to themselves, regardless of what others think or expect. This fearless approach to life means that Sigma females are not easily influenced by the usual pressures that might lead others to compromise their values or goals. They are not afraid to say no, set boundaries, or walk away from situations that don't align with their vision for their lives. Their independence is their shield, protecting them from the influence of those who might try to control or manipulate them. Sigma females also understand that true fulfillment comes from living authentically, and they are committed to doing just that. They are not interested in living someone else's version of success or happiness. They are focused on creating a life that is uniquely their own. This commitment to authenticity means that they are not easily swayed by external pressures or the desire to fit in. In relationships, This fearless individualism can be both a strength and a challenge. While it allows Sigma females to maintain their independence and avoid being controlled, it can also make it difficult for others to get close to them. Sigma females are selective about who they let into their inner circle, and they are not willing to compromise their values or autonomy for the sake of a relationship. Ultimately, it is this fearless individualism that makes Sigma females so difficult to control. They are strong, self-assured, and deeply committed to living life on their own terms. For Sigma females, there is no greater fulfillment than staying true to themselves, and they will go to great lengths to protect that freedom. 7. They prioritize their goals. Sigma females are goal-oriented and driven by a clear sense of purpose. They understand that their time and energy are limited resources, and they are committed to using them wisely to achieve their ambitions. This unwavering focus on their goals is one of the key reasons why Sigma females are so difficult to control, because they simply don't have time for anything that doesn't align with their objectives. For a Sigma female, life is about progress and growth. She is constantly setting new goals, whether they are related to her career, personal development, or creative pursuits. These goals are not just abstract ideas, but well-defined targets that she actively works towards every day. This level of commitment requires discipline, self-motivation, and a strong sense of direction. When someone tries to control a Sigma female by diverting her attention or energy away from her goals, they are met with firm resistance. Sigma females have a clear understanding of their priorities, and they are not easily swayed by distractions or the demands of others. They are skilled at setting boundaries and saying no to anything that doesn't support their vision for their life. This focus on goals also means that Sigma females are highly independent. They are not reliant on others to provide them with direction or motivation because they have a strong internal drive to succeed. This self-sufficiency makes them less vulnerable to manipulation or control, as they don't need external approval or guidance to stay on track. Sigma females are also strategic thinkers. They understand that achieving their goals requires careful planning and the ability to anticipate obstacles and challenges. They are always thinking several steps ahead, considering the long-term implications of their decisions and actions. This strategic mindset allows them to navigate complex situations with confidence and avoid pitfalls that might derail others. This relentless pursuit of their goals can sometimes make Sigma females appear distant or aloof, as they are often deeply absorbed in their work or personal projects. However, this is not due to a lack of interest in others, but rather a reflection of their commitment to their own path. Sigma females value their time and are selective about how they spend it, ensuring that it is always aligned with their goals. Ultimately, it is this dedication to their goals that makes Sigma females so difficult to control. They are driven by a clear sense of purpose and are unwilling to compromise on their vision for their life. For them, success is not just a destination, but a journey, and they are committed to staying true to their path, no matter what obstacles they encounter along the way. 8. They don't need validation from others. One of the most defining characteristics of a Sigma female is her ability to derive her sense of self-worth from within, rather than relying on external validation. In a world where many people are driven by the need for approval from others, Sigma females stand apart as individuals who are completely secure in who they are. This intrinsic confidence makes them incredibly difficult to control, because they are not swayed by the opinions or judgments of others. Sigma females have a deep understanding of their own value, and they don't need others to confirm it for them. Whether it's in their professional achievements, personal relationships, or creative endeavors, they are motivated by their own standards and goals, not by the desire to impress others. This internal source of validation allows them to remain steadfast in their decisions and choices, even when faced with criticism or opposition. When someone tries to control a Sigma female by undermining her confidence or seeking to manipulate her through praise or criticism, they quickly realize that their efforts are in vain. Sigma females are not easily influenced by flattery or negative feedback because they have already done the work of building a strong foundation of self-esteem. They know their strengths and weaknesses, and they are prepared to use them to their fullest potential. This and they are comfortable with both, making them impervious to the opinions of others. This independence from external validation also means that Sigma females are not afraid to take risks or make unconventional choices. They are willing to pursue paths that others might avoid because they are not concerned with fitting in or meeting societal expectations. Their decisions are guided by their own values and goals, not by the fear of what others might think. This fearless approach to life allows them to achieve great things and live authentically, without being constrained by the need for approval. Moreover, Sigma females are selective about whose opinions they value. They recognize that not all feedback is created equal, and they are careful to surround themselves with people who genuinely support and understand their vision. They seek out constructive criticism from those they respect, but they do not allow the judgments of others to dictate their actions or diminish their self-worth. In relationships, this self-assurance can sometimes be intimidating to others, as Sigma females do not rely on their partners for validation. They bring a sense of completeness to their relationships, which can be both a strength and a challenge. While this independence allows them to maintain healthy boundaries and avoid codependency, it can also create tension with partners who are more accustomed to traditional dynamics. Ultimately, it is this inner confidence that makes Sigma females so difficult to control. They are not driven by the need for external validation, and they are not easily influenced by the opinions of others. Their sense of self-worth is rooted in their own values and achievements, allowing them to navigate life with confidence and integrity, free from the constraints of societal expectations. 9. They are master problem solvers. Sigma females are known for their exceptional problem-solving abilities. They approach challenges with a calm, analytical mindset, always looking for the most effective solution, rather than getting caught up in the emotions of the situation. This pragmatic approach to problem-solving makes them incredibly difficult to control because they are not easily overwhelmed by difficulties or setbacks. When faced with a problem, Sigma females don't panic or give in to frustration. Instead, they take a step back, assess the situation, and methodically work through possible solutions. They are skilled at breaking down complex issues into manageable parts, allowing them to tackle even the most daunting challenges with confidence. This ability to stay composed under pressure is one of the key reasons why Sigma females are so resilient and difficult to manipulate. Sigma females are also highly resourceful. They are not limited by conventional thinking and are willing to explore unconventional solutions if it means achieving their goals. This creativity in problem-solving means that they are often able to find solutions that others might overlook, giving them an edge in both their personal and professional lives. They are not afraid to think outside the box, and this willingness to innovate makes them formidable opponents in any situation where control is at stake. Moreover, Sigma females are independent thinkers who trust their own judgment. While they are open to input from others, they do not rely on external advice to make decisions. They are confident in their ability to solve problems on their own, and they are not easily swayed by others who might try to influence their decisions. This independence in problem-solving ensures that Sigma females remain in control of their own lives, even when faced with difficult situations. This mastery of problem-solving also extends to their relationships. Sigma females are not the type to let issues fester or go unresolved. They believe in addressing problems head-on, communicating openly, and finding solutions that work for everyone involved. This proactive approach to conflict resolution makes them strong partners who are difficult to manipulate or control, as they are always focused on finding solutions rather than being drawn into drama or emotional manipulation. In the workplace, Sigma females' problem-solving skills make them valuable assets to any team. They are often the go-to person when a difficult situation arises, as their colleagues know that they can be counted on to find a solution. Their ability to remain calm under pressure and think strategically makes them effective leaders who are able to guide their teams through challenges with confidence and clarity. Ultimately, it is this problem-solving prowess that makes Sigma females so difficult to control. They are not easily overwhelmed by challenges, and they are always focused on finding the best solution. This ability to navigate complex situations with ease ensures that they remain in control of their own lives, regardless of the obstacles they encounter.